us a little bit about yourself and your organization?
Sure. My name is Leslie Collin. I'm the outgoing executive director for the Learning Institute for Elders at UCF. It's called Life at UCF. I'm the first staff. This organization was started in 1991 and was volunteer driven for the last 27 years. And then I was hired as its first staff as it grew with membership and got too much for volunteers to manage.
Could you please introduce the Learning Institute for Elders at UCF?
Life at UCF provides lifelong learning opportunities for seniors 50 and older. It's a membership driven. It's open to the community during our membership drive. We operate on an academic year. So you apply in to register in the spring for the fall. And we provide 2 lectures every Tuesday in the student union. That goes from the fall and spring semesters. We bring in speakers from the community, from the county, the city, and of course from UCF faculty. Our members also enjoy what's called our Trippin' Through Life, which is field trips, where they explore things in our community. And we're also the hub of information for the university, so our members can go to theater on campus, the music, athletics, use the library. It's a wonderful way to be a part of a really amazing university that's in our backyard.
How do you feel it contributes to the enrichment of the lives of older adults in Central Florida?
I think they often say education is wasted on the young or college. I mean, I go back to when I was in college and how I just wanted to get through. And now, as you age, you're like, I wish I could go back and learn that. And so, what we provide is a really diverse experience. We have student theater and music. We also have faculty that this coming semester, we have a presentation on the James Webb Telescope, which is something I'm interested in, but I probably would never even gain that knowledge. It's just keeping active, keeping engaged. Learning is not just for the young. It is for everyone. And when you participate in something like this, it really gives you a good view of our world and our history. It's fun. It's interesting.
Yeah, it is. You mentioned the field trips. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and the exciting learning that they're having and experiencing?
Our field trips have a learning component to them. So we are operated primarily by volunteers, our members. And so the ideas for what to organize come from them and come from a very active committee. So some of the most interesting trips, we all go to Orlando International. We're running through the airport to get to our flight. There's gorgeous art in the airport. And so our members have had a behind the scenes look at the art in the airport in the different terminals. Coming last spring, we went to the Nearing Gardens. Nearing Gardens are in Gotha. George Nearing was a botanist and naturalist, and it's a gorgeous place right in our backyard. So we might go to the solar farms that Orange County operates. And so our field trips have a learning component. We went to the Steinmetz before it opened. We got a tour. And so our members sign up. Some of the trips may have a small cost. Some are a tour of Full Sail. That's one of our first trips in September, where they'll get to tour the university there.
Can you recall a memorable lecture or trip that you've had?
I think what's wonderful about our schedule is it appeals to different interests. I was very touched. We have a program at UCF, it's called UCF Restores, where they provide counseling and guidance to people who have gone through a traumatic experience, whether it's EMTs that helped in the Miami when the condo fell or at a shooting. And the director there is really phenomenal. And I was very moved to hear the work that department does in our community as well as across the nation. One of our best speakers was a woman who's local. I think she wrote for the Orlando Sentinel how to downsize and how to get ready for when you decide to sell your home and what steps you can do. So sometimes it's light, sometimes it's a little bit more involved. I like history personally, so I loved learning about Queen Mary. And, it's all over the place. I think people will look at the schedule sometimes and say, I don't think I like that. And they usually leave surprised with having learned something new that they didn't know about before.
How do members of Life at UCF connect with the students and faculty at UCF?
Life at UCF is kind of a clearinghouse for a lot of the information and activities and events available on the campus. So many departments come to us to get the word out. Our members are volunteers. Some of the places may be the College of Nursing, where they are an embedded participant. They help the nursing students learn how to work with patients in a simulated environment. Our members are able to go to, except for football, they attend softball games, they attend volleyball games, music, art, theater. Many of UCF faculty, graduate students, and graduate students are involved in research, and they need volunteers for their projects. So our members also can volunteer. They're mentors. There's been different programs on campus looking for people that will help mentor, whether it's an athlete or maybe an undergraduate student who's new to our country, new to the school, who needs someone to practice their language skills and just have a conversation. We are approached all the time from the university in ways our members can get involved. And I think that's a really big part of what our members do, is actively engage on campus.
How has life at UCF impacted the lives of seniors?
I think it gives seniors the opportunity to stay engaged. One, to come to campus, to see the young people and the youth, and it's a great feeling. It's a great vibe to be around a lot of young people. I think when you see the dedication of the faculty and how they present the material to the students, I think it's just a very positive to get out, to connect, to explore, to learn, to make friends, find people with like interests, to take field trips, and to learn about our community. Our speakers do come from faculty, but we've had people from the city of Orlando, Seminole County, Orange County. So it's a really good overall, you walk away with something new. And I think that's important as you age, is to keep learning. Learning doesn't grow old. Yeah.
And I could just imagine the feeling of the faculty teaching and lecturing this group must be really great, because they're talking to a group who wants to learn, and it's just a different, I'm sure, experience for the ones doing the lecturing and the classes than
You're absolutely
a group
right.
of, college students.
They love it.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. They are in front of a group. And so what our lectures are, it's 40 to 45 minutes, and then it's a 15-minute Q&A where our members get to ask questions. And that sometimes is just as interesting.
Can you explain the transformative power of lifelong learning?
When people choose to learn, they expose themselves to ideas and concepts and opportunities that maybe they wouldn't have thought they could do before. So our members, because they're exposed to the students who are in the opera program, now feel comfortable maybe attending an opera. We've had people talk about cooking and how to grow your own vegetables, or how to eat as a vegan for health reasons. Not for everyone, but that might change somebody to figure out how they can live a more healthful life, whether it's through exercise. I think sometimes it's a passive way to make a life change versus actively looking and exploring. It's kind of brought you in to open your minds to something different.
How does life at UCF ensure that the educational opportunities are accessible and inclusive to all seniors, regardless of their background or previous education?
Life at UCF is open to the community, so we don't, there is no criteria except you have to become a member. So your educational background, where you lived, what you did is immaterial. You just have to be a senior 50 or older to participate. Most of our members, because UCF, people feel that it's way out there, which it really isn't. It's kind of easy to get to, but thank for the 408 to university, and we really help our members how to navigate the campus. Most of our members do come from the East Orange, East Seminole County, but we have quite a few members downtown. When you are a member of Life at UCF, you can use the UCF shuttle. It takes a little time, it's a little experience, but our members can come from everywhere. We have members from Brevard, from Titusville. We have quite a few from Kissimmee, especially like the Lake Nona area, which is kind of Orlando, but right past that St. Cloud area. So people make a day of it. Our sessions start with announcements at 8:45. We're in the student union. And so most of them get there by 8-ish. And they have breakfast and have coffee. There's a Starbucks on campus and an Einstein bagel. And then they have their first session. We have a half-hour break. And then the second session is 10:30 to about 11:30. And at that time, they're making lunch plans. They're going to lunch afterwards. So they make a day of it. They may go to there's a beautiful museum on campus or hit the library. Our sessions are also live streamed on a Zoom webinar. So if you're not feeling well that morning, you can watch it live. We also record it, and we send the recorded link from our YouTube channel that afternoon. So we've kind of made it available for people that travel or remote or don't feel well or have other obligations, that they still can enjoy the morning sessions that they're not able to attend in person.
And how can people learn more and stay in touch with the organization?
So our website has everything on it. It is lifeatucf.org, LIFEAT UCF.org. It's very easy to navigate our website because our membership is more like an academic year.
Thank you. This is
Thank you very much.
very informative and going to be one of those things I look forward to turning 55 to do.
50.
Oh, 50.
50.
Oh, okay. It's 50. Okay. 50
Yes.
now. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. If you're enjoying this show, please subscribe to our channel and follow our Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter accounts.